Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to yet another conspiracy theory video regarding Lost Ark's Western release, or anything that we can get our hands on at this point, really. Thank you to those of you in the community who are actually doing detective work. This is the only way we get any news these days. And I wanted to share with you a couple of things actually in today's video. First of all, may I just say a huge thank you to the members of my channel, those of you who are supporting my work here on YouTube with the paid membership every month. I really appreciate you, my boys, so thank you very much. I want to mention the first thing that's on my mind, and that is the fact that I keep getting contacted left and right. It's already been the third time yesterday when someone that claims to be an Amazon employee is telling me that at the end of January they had alpha testing for Lost Ark within the company. They're telling me that there were keys given out within the company in their own private chats, that employees could have participated in this nice new MMORPG that we're having. I mean, you could have been a janitor, right? And if you are in this particular chat room, then you can get a key, and that, you know, from the company or at home, I don't even know how, you can actually play Lost Ark. This is fantastic news if we keep it as a standalone thing. I'm gonna shy away from sharing with you guys like the ways that they contacted me in, because I don't want to get them in trouble, and they actually, each of them three, asked me to not to share any visuals on this. However, this was the case, and it is a very legitimate assumption that at the end of January Lost Ark had alpha testing. Amazon Games had alpha testing for Lost Ark. Absolutely amazing. That means they have something to work on. The second thing I wanted to talk about is something very interesting, and this again comes from one of you in the community. Thank you to my detectives out there. Appears that Amazon has purchased the domain playlostark.com. Now, how do we know this? If you look at this particular screenshot that one of you sent me, if you look there at the bottom, he's running a command prompt, right? And he's pinging just the URL playlostark.com, and then when he pings it, he gets this particular IP right here, and this IP later on, when he does a geolocation of that IP in the IP database, it leads back to the United States, and then the organization here is Amazon Data Services Nova, and then for the same exact IP, another one, the organization is Amazon.com Inc. So obviously when he gets the IP by pinging the website, the name of the website in letters, and then he checks that IP and he sees Amazon for playlostark.com, we can take another wild but educated guess that Amazon has actually purchased playlostark.com. And if this is actually going to be our website for the West, I wouldn't be surprised that you guys have done already a good job in finding this out way sooner than we have any other news, concrete news or anything like that, even a hint from Amazon themselves. Which brings me to my third and last point, and that's this article right here. I found this on Kotaku, and it talks about some real things that are happening in Amazon Game Studios and Amazon Game Studios in general, and their shortcomings. Stuff that they have learned from people who have worked there, etc., and also things that they have noticed with the games that they have tried to create, because apparently half of them don't even get published and the other half fail. Plus, not to mention New World, which is, let's say, the highlight of this particular studio. Now, New World, I don't even want to get into it, because in January 2020, when all the internet was kissing this game's ass, I already said that I'm not excited for New World, and let's just leave that as it is. Let's talk about Lost Ark, because I'm thinking to myself now, if they have all sorts of these problems in Amazon Game Studios, if their leader is a guy who has never created or published any game, if they have only 2 seasoned developers there working in the studio, and we're talking about something Amazon. When you think about Amazon, you think about greatness, something that's really successful, right? Now with their game studio, it appears that they're not. Now, them getting Lost Ark and Lost Ark being in their hands doesn't really scare me as much as me playing one of their brand new games that they have created themselves, because it's really tough to create something in just a short period of years. Lost Ark took 7 years to be created and hundreds of millions of dollars, and it got to a point where it is successful in Korea, it is successful in other regions as well. It's a nice game. You cannot really fail this game bringing it over as a publisher, so I'm not really that worried. I do want to express a little bit of concern after reading this article and you know, getting a little bit of a glimpse. I don't really catch up with the news. I don't want to get depressed every day, so I tend to be ignorant rather than informed. But when you stumble across these kinds of things, it makes you wonder, right? Because Smilegate have bent over in the past for the Russian publisher of Lost Ark. When the weekly raid gear, they added Acrasium as a mat to enchant it. Now most of you who might watch this video and are new to Lost Ark, you don't understand what I've just said. But that was a huge change to the core mechanics of the game that the Russian publisher requested. It was not like that in Korea, and the Koreans, the developers of Lost Ark, did it for the Russian publisher. I'm thinking that if they're willing to do this much to change how the game works and how people need to, you know, spend their time and their real money just for a publisher in a foreign region, obviously Amazon has the same publishing rights and power as the Russian publisher. So you know, it's tough to be a fan of a game that you have been waiting for over 2 years. Other people, those of you in the community that watch me, maybe even 4 or 5 years have been waiting, and then get to be in the hands of people who might not be the most experienced publisher. That can be good also, because they might be new at this and they might want to do everything it takes to succeed, and that is listening to community feedback. Having that said, still a little thought creeps to mind that maybe this whole charade with them being so secretive about Lost Ark is also because of this, because of the fact that they're new, they're inexperienced, and since August 20th they haven't said a single thing about Lost Ark. Nothing official has been said, everything is just behind the scenes. Things are happening, but they're not happening with the community. They're not happening with us. Obviously, all of us, we know everything about the game already. And the new people that don't know anything about Lost Ark now, they don't care about how Amazon Game Studios does their business at the moment of this video before Lost Ark comes out. So that's fair and square. However, there's so many people that have played Lost Ark. There's so many tens of thousands of Westerners that have tried this game, that are waiting for this game for years. They're all on this community Discord. Why not, as a publisher that wants to be super cool to the community, to the OGs, to the old school players that have been following this game for years, why not do it in a different way for Lost Ark? It's not a new game. It's not a secret it's coming to the West. Everyone knows everything about Lost Ark. I have 150 videos on my channel about Lost Ark. So, you know, you don't have to keep it on a hush-hush, oh my god, something magnificent is happening. It's a lovely, amazing MMORPG. But share it. Give the current community that is waiting something to tell to the world, you know what I'm saying? A tweet, a website, like you guys found it in by being detectives. Something more often than once in 7 months. And we're currently in the 7th month of silence from Amazon Game Studios regarding Lost Ark. This could have been done in a prettier way, in a much more community friendly way, in a much more people oriented way, where you pump up the game with a little bit of a screenshot of a tweet that contains I don't know, your internal progress, your Lost Ark team working on the game, your voice actors, you know, doing a little bit of Aman's voice, your PC setup on which you're trying Lost Ark now, and just make us excited for something, make us crave this game even more, relight the fire for very many people who have lost it, because it's been years. People have been waiting for this game since they were in high school. Now they're married with 2 kids. And this is all I wanted to share with you guys today. I'm not losing hope in Amazon Games, because I don't judge them by their past failures or their games that they tried to create and it didn't work out. I'm also not judging them by the fact that Jeff Bezos is the leader. I will judge them when they will publish Lost Ark. I'm judging them constantly, as you can clearly see from this video, by Lost Ark, by what they do and by what they don't do, by what they say and by what they won't say. This is how I can judge a publisher. This is how I can judge anyone, really. Not from their past or nor from their future, from what I'm interested in from them. It's a different team, a team that might do good to the game or a team that might do bad. We're gonna see in the future, hopefully the near future. And yeah, this is everything from me today. I wish you guys lots of love. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you really soon.